It's the BP show, it's the BP show, it's the BP batting practice show with Joe and Thomas.
What's going on, Renegades fans? It's the BP show. We've hit the road for the first time this season. He's Joe Vasile as always. I'm Thomas Zinzarello. We found this beautiful and luscious Adirondack chair here in the outfield at Shoretown Ballpark in Lakewood, New Jersey, where the Renegades are getting set for playoff baseball with the Blue Claws tonight.
Game one of the North Division Championship Series. This is what we've been waiting for since the Renegades clinched the first half on June 20th. Playoff baseball. For the first time, the Renegades in the South Atlantic League playoffs looking to capture a South Atlantic League crown, but they got to get through Jersey Shore first to even get to the championship round, and that's going to be a tall task. I mean, we just saw Jersey Shore 6 straight games last week at Heritage Financial Park. It was an 11-inning victory for the Blue Claws on Sunday just to get into the playoffs and eliminate the Brooklyn Cyclones. So they've been fighting, they've been scrapping, and this should be another great series, a best of 3 kicking off with game 1 down here in Lakewood.
It really was a wild one on Sunday to wrap up the 2023 regular season. I mean, some familiar faces as well going for both sides tonight. Yorlin Calderon for Hudson Valley against Christian McGowan for Jersey Shore.
Really good pitching matchup. Calderon pitched excellent against the Blue Claws last week. McGowan's been really good since coming up and getting back from injury for the Blue Claws in early August. He's pitched against the Renegades twice already in just 5 starts towards the end of the season. So Renegades familiar with McGowan, really talented, hard-throwing righty. Calderon, really excellent outing his last time out, looking to build on that, and really looking forward to seeing what both of them are going to be able to do today. A lot of roster moves for the Renegades coming into play today. 4 pitchers up to Double-A Somerset. Zach Messenger, so happy for him, the opening day starter for the Renegades going up to Double-A. Also really happy for Clay Aguilar, Harrison Cohen, and Anderson Munoz from the bullpen up to Double-A. And as a result, 6 new pitchers on the roster for the Renegades today coming up from Tampa. The Tarpon season is done, and so these guys up here to help bolster the playoffs for the Renegades, and it really feels like a brand new pitching staff for this team coming into this series. And I think in a way that gives the Renegades the edge. Jersey Shore didn't make any moves from Sunday to now, so it's a very familiar roster for the Renegades. Meanwhile, there's a lot of wild cards, guys that Jersey Shore hasn't faced this year that could give the Renegades the upper hand just from the familiarity factor.
I know we really saw that. The Blue Claws and Renegades, most of their meetings coming here in the last month of the season. They met twice at Heritage Financial Park to wrap up the final month plus of the season. So a lot of those pitchers and hitters on both sides kind of seeing each other a large number of times in just a short time as well. And so really excited to see what these new pitchers can hold for the Renegades here in this playoff push. It is best of 3, so 2 out of 3 over wins will advance on to the finals, and in which the Renegades have a couple home games coming up.
Yeah, this is the only game that's not going to be at Heritage Financial Park this round. There's a day off tomorrow, and then Thursday night at 6:35, Game 2 at Heritage Financial Park. If there's not a sweep and one team doesn't win the first 2 games, there'll be a Game 3 on Friday night. That'll also be at 6:35 at Heritage Financial Park. But on Thursday, first 1,000 fans through the gates get a rally towel, free parking for all playoff games. Also on Thursday night, after the game, a post-game fireworks show. All of that courtesy of our friends at SoFi, the sponsor of Renegades playoff baseball at Heritage Financial Park. We're so excited for that. I'm really excited for this, Thomas. This year, is this your first playoff games?
This is, yeah. No, with 3rd year in professional baseball. First 2 teams, unfortunately, did not make the cut, so getting my first kind of smell here of playoff baseball.
Oh, it's really exciting. The game is managed a little bit differently than it is during the regular season, where it's all about player development. Now is typically a time where the parent clubs say, hey, just go win games. And so you see a little bit more strategy and things like that. Pitching changes are managed in a different way. The lineup is managed in a little bit of a different way than you get in the regular season. And so it gives it this little extra flavor that's a little bit more big league, if you will. And that's really fun about playoff baseball. I don't know how you could not love that. And obviously, it goes by real fast, so try to savor it as much as you can.
I'm definitely going to try to savor it as well. Just like Al Davis said, just win, baby. That's what the Renegades are going to try to do here this week at Shoretown Ballpark, which is all types of stuff out here. We're sitting here, I mentioned, on this Adirondack chair. We've got a mini golf course over here, some soft serve ice cream. I mean, little bit of everything down in the Garden State here on the Jersey Shore.
Yeah, it's a great place.
Joe Vasile's favorite state as well. For any Renegades phones, any Renegades fans at home, maybe some picks to click. You think here in this this series for Hudson Valley? Could be players, could be just what's needed.
Gosh, I don't know. Why don't you go first?
Okay, well. Talk about some of the offensive performances here in this past week. I mean, guys like Jared Stern did not play on Sunday, but still had that really lengthy hitting streak. 14 games, which was just snapped in that last series against Jersey Shore. I think, obviously, he's been a guy on the top of the lineup, can kind of set the table for guys like Jesus Rodriguez, who's been playing really well the last 11 games, nearly hitting 400 during that stretch. So looking forward to seeing guys like Cerny get on base, set the table for Jesus Rodriguez, guys like that. But we saw a lot of bottom of the lineup hitters on Sunday really perform well. Spencer Henson and Kyle Battle each leaving the yard on Sunday in that contest against Jersey Shore.
So what's your pick, Jared Cerna or one of the guys
just
at the bottom?
Just a couple of guys, just throw out a couple guys.
Oh, that's not fair. You can't just say, like, I think anyone in the lineup is the
it's just
pick.
like goals.
I was right. It was Luis Santos.
All right.
Yeah, come on. Pick one guy.
It'll be Jesus Rodriguez.
All right, Jesus
Heard
Rodriguez.
from here first.
That's your X Factor.
In Lakewood, New Jersey, from
Gotcha.
the Adirondack share.
All right. My pick in this series is our Game 1 starter, Yorlene Calderon.
Yeah.
I mean, your Game 1 starter is who sets the tone for the whole series. In these short series, these best of threes, Game 1 is, I mean, it's so important to win these games, because if not, then you're going back home and you're facing elimination in back-to-back games. So you don't want to be the team that has to play 2 straight elimination games. You want to set that tone early, and that starts with your starting pitching in Game 1. And I think Yorlene Calderon's going to go out tonight and pitch excellent for the Renegades.
Again, it is a 6:35 pitch. You can hear us on Z93, the iHeartRadio app. You can also watch the game on the Valley Live app. And don't forget, Thursday, Renegades do come home. Joe mentioned all the promotions we got going to the ballpark. You definitely want to check it out. Tune in, see how the Renegades are doing. Going to be an important game here tonight at Shoretown Ballpark. Well, that's the BP show here, Road Edition style. He's Joe Vasile. I'm Thomas Sins. We're looking forward to seeing you back home at Heritage Financial Park. But first, there's a game to be played. Yorlene Calderon against Christian McGowan.
It's the BP show, it's the BP show, it's the BP batting practice show with Joe and Thomas.